Every play, y'all. Let's be great. Hey, be great on 3, baby. Let's be great. Be great. 1, 2, 3. Be great.
Let's hide in the attic.
No, in the basement. Why can't we just get in the running car?
Are you crazy? Let's hide behind the chainsaws.
Smart. Yeah, okay.
If you're in a horror movie, you make poor decisions. That's what you do.
This was a good idea. Shh, I'm being quiet. Breathing on me.
If you want to save 15% or more on car insurance, you switch to Geico. It's what you do.
Still haven't tried FanDuel's one-week fantasy football leagues? Over 1 million fans have already won money. Choose a league. They start at $1. Pick your team. Done. Winners get paid the next day and there's no season-long commitment. FanDuel pays out $75 million a week. Get off the sidelines and get some. Try FanDuel today. We'll match your first deposit up to $200. Love it or your money back. Guaranteed. Go to FanDuel.com and enter promo code WIDE. That's WIDE.
We are Sports.
This is the fantasy football season that could change it all. DraftKings.com is the one-week fantasy football destination. Compete whenever you want with a new season every week. Try it free. Just pick your sport, pick your players, and pick up another win. Get free entry with promo code TURF in our championship event this Sunday. This isn't fantasy as usual. This is DraftKings. Welcome to the big time. Get to DraftKings.com.
Choose your own route to the top with the new 2016 Lexus LX, offering a 383 horsepower V8, active height control, and 4-zone climate concierge. The ultimate in refinement meets the ultimate in capability. This is the pursuit of perfection.
What if there was a bank that didn't just ask members to save, but also helped them to save? That allowed families to keep more of their money, letting them use any ATM nationwide for free. And because every dollar matters, didn't nickel and dime its members with monthly fees, saving them more than $345 million in 1 year. That would be a different kind of bank. That would be USAA Bank. Go online to find out more about our free USAA secure checking account today.
You are watching NFL Sunday Ticket.
Fox Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Key inactives for both teams today, including the bookend Pro Bowl defensive ends for the Rams and Long and Quinn. Sharif Floyd again out this week, and their very impressive rookie linebacker Eric Kendricks also out today due to injury. Mirror images of these teams they are to one another. Is that not right, Tony Siragusa?
You know what, Tom, you're absolutely right. And with Chris Long out and Robert Quinn out, William Hayes has to step up. Teddy Bridgewater, quarterback for the Minnesota Vikings, is very mobile. They want to go and get the ball downfield. Charles talked about Adrian Peterson and Todd Gurley in the ground attack, and everybody knows that. But both of these teams are going to try to establish the run game. But they got to go and keep Teddy Bridgewater in that pocket. Also, keep an eye on Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald for the Rams is a guy who's an impact player and can really change things in the middle. Number 99 from the University of Pittsburgh. Keep an eye on him, guys.
I knew you'd find a way to sneak in the University of Pittsburgh.
Oh, did I say he was from the University of Pittsburgh? I didn't know if I said that, Tom.
Mike Zimmer in his second season came over as defensive coordinator with the Bengals and getting his first crack as a head coach in the NFL. They've won 3 in a row. Jeff Fisher's been around 20 years in this league as a head coach. Vikings won the toss and deferred to getting the football into the second half. So we get a look right from the get-go. 26-year-old Austin, Texas native Nick Foles came over in the trade from Philadelphia for Sam Bradford in March. Really been all about winning games. He's not throwing for a lot of yards, but in his 25 career starts, An 18-7 record, not bad.
And that's all he cares about. Number one is winning games. Although when he was with Philadelphia, as you saw on the screen, he enjoyed his time against Minnesota in terms of yardage. But his team lost the game. So that's not what Nick Foles is about. He wants to win football games.
And naturally, the lone setback, the rookie out of Georgia, Todd Gurley. They fake it to Gurley. They fake it to Tavon Austin. Foles being chased, and he will dump it off to Austin. And he dropped it. No gain. Second down and 10.
And I think that St. Louis just missed an opportunity. They put all the attention on Gurley. Tavon Austin would be the second one. But watch this route here. This is what this was designed for. Looks like Kenny Britt is running wide open down past Terrence Newman after they faked it to Gurley inside. They faked it to Tavon Austin on the reverse motion. That was for the big shot. And Nick Foles unable to find his guy downfield.
First carry of the game for Gurley. And he is met head on right at the line of scrimmage. Anthony Barr and Linval Joseph on the stop. Third down and 10. A struggling St. Louis offense. No two ways about that. They can run it, but they have a hard time throwing it. Havenstein, you saw, is out today. So he will be replaced by Garrett Reynolds, who moves to right tackle. And Andrew Donald today at left guard. His first snaps in the NFL on offense.
Restructuring offensive lines, not a lot of fun for people, no matter what time of year. St. Louis trying to make it work today.
Foles throws incomplete, was under heavy pressure, so it is 3 and out. This is a Rams offense that just quite simply has just struggled so badly. 30th in yards per game, 28th in points per game. To give you an idea, the Rams have scored 110 points so far this year. The league average is over 160. That's average.
And part of the reason, they get to third down and can't convert. We just saw it again, 26% coming into the game.
Very short punt by the normally reliable Johnny Hecker. And this Minnesota opening possession on offense will begin in Rams territory. Teddy Bridgewater will turn 23 years young this coming Tuesday. He grew up in Miami, played collegiately in Louisville, took over a month into the season as a starter last year. 12 starts overall, had his ups and downs, but he's ripped off 6 straight home wins. And they still very much like this young man's future.
He takes care of the ball very well. They want him to actually take a few more chances. With this field position, don't be surprised to see if Minnesota opens up and tries to get big early.
Well, they fake it one way, and wide open is a backup tight end. That is Red Ellison. It looked like they had Stephon Diggs wide open down the sideline.
And now both teams have talked all week about when opportunities present, we have to hit them because the defenses are so good. So you can't squander them. Well, the Rams did on the first play of the game. Had Kenny Britt wide open, didn't find him. That could have been a huge play. Right here, Teddy Bridgewater goes with the safer throw instead of taking the shot down the sideline himself.
And it's a gain of 5 on first down. Penalty flag down. Peterson off to the left side will be denied first down yardage. And we wait on the penalty. Ronald Torbett, our referee today.
It's our third game in 4 weeks with Mr. Torbett and his crew.
Offside. Defense. Number 90. 5-yard penalty. Results in a first down.
We talked about these teams mirroring one another. They're very good in the run game, both of them ranking in the top 5 of the NFL. Khalil healthy again. Rudolph is healthy again, but Diggs has been the talk of the town the last 3 weeks.
He's been spectacular for them. Has really opened up things out wide for Teddy Bridgewater in the offense.
Peterson bottled up at the line of scrimmage, tries to break it to the outside. Great pursuing Rams defense, runs him out of bounds maybe getting back to the line of scrimmage. And even without Robert Quinn and Chris Long and the strong safety T.J. McDonald, this is still a stout front seven.
They don't feel like there's much drop-off, if any, when they bring guys in for people who are hurt. You notice there's two linebackers that we're showing in Akeem Ayers and James Laurinaitis. That's because Mark Barron is really playing linebacker. You see him there as a weak safety. He's really playing linebacker, but he doesn't want to be listed as such. So we'll accede to his wishes and watch him play. He's something.
Play fake to Peterson. Bridgewater steps up, lobs down the sideline. Had an open Mike Wallace and missed it. He had slipped behind Maurice Alexander, who starts in place of T.J. McDonald.
And Tony, there's the movement you were talking about with Teddy Bridgewater. The mobility isn't necessarily him running with the ball, but keeping plays alive and creating others.
Yeah, with his size and the way he moves in the pocket, just extends the plays right there, and then the receivers downfield can get open. But both of these teams that we saw in the opening play and right here with Teddy Bridgewater missed opportunities. These guys got to settle down, figure out what they want to do, keep that ground game, establish that, because I think both of these running backs get better as the game goes on.
3rd down and 10 at the Rams' 36-yard line. Great protection. How about that throw? Threading the needle right between Laurinaitis and LaMarcus Joyner. That is a 1st down to Jarius Wright.
He slung that one, huh?
Certainly did. And Tom, you're so right about the protection that he got on this play. Excellent job by the offensive line. Look at Jarius Wright running in between James Laurinaitis, 55, and LaMarcus Joyner, number 20. And great call, partner, because it's exactly what he did. He threaded it right in between two defenders, put it right on him. And people talk about Teddy Bridgewater's arm strength. He's got enough arm strength to be very successful in this league.
Peterson inside the 20, down to the 17-yard line. Two-time NFL rushing leader, including 2012. He was the NFL's most valuable player, rushing for over 2,000 yards. Of course, last year played in one game, ironically, against this Rams team. Then was suspended, wound up on the commissioner's exempt list, and back healthy again.
Adrian Peterson does not age, guys. He found the fountain of youth.
Again to Peterson on 2nd and 3. And patiently trying to find the 1st down marker. Comes up short. It'll bring up 3rd down and 2.
You think both of these defenses are playing the run, Charles?
Oh, without a doubt. And Tony, did you see how heavy Minnesota went to the right side of the offensive line? Everyone stacked up there. Offensive linemen, tight ends, the whole deal, trying to give Adrian Peterson some extra people to escort him towards the secondary. And I thought St. Louis played it very well.
An outstanding Rams defense in the red zone. Both of these teams scuffle offensively in the red zone, and that was nearly intercepted. Short crossing route to Charles Johnson, and Johnson, Tremaine, no relation right there with him, forcing a field goal try.
Looked like he just quit on the route. I mean, the ball was there.
It's a timing route, and what Tremaine Johnson did so well was played it similar to the Super Bowl when Brandon Browner mugged Ricardo Lockett on the route and forced the play, and then the interception as a result of it. That was an excellent defensive play by Tremaine Johnson on the corner.
Blair Walsh is hit on 13 in a row. Good snap, good hold, and make it 14 in a row. It all began with a poor punt by Hecker of only 26 yards. Early in the Rams will try and answer. 3-0 Vikings.
Can you get the door?
Oh, yeah.
That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. You see right now?
No. Oh, geez.
That's it. That's it.
Southwest makes it easy to use Rapid Rewards points for flights, which leaves a lot of room in your car rental budget. Rewards you can actually use. That's transparency.
Hey, fellow university students. Man, that Psych 302 class is tough. You know what makes me feel better? A great lunch. like this $5 fill-up from KFC. This popcorn chicken is made from one piece of chicken, not like those nuggets that come in funny shapes.
Are you Colonel Sanders?
Yes. I mean, no. I'm just a normal college student. It's finger-licking good.
Oh, boy, this is a crucial situation.
So what do we think?
A lot on the line here.
Guys, what do you got?
167 to the pen.
Winds 8 knots out of the west.
Every player's gone long today.
Joe. Great.
Take a more comprehensive approach to advice.
It's the 8.
That's the MetLife perspective. See how a MetLife Premier Client Group representative working with a team can create a truly diversified portfolio to help grow and safeguard your assets.
That's a beautiful shot.
We have men and women that volunteer their lives, if need be, so we can live free. When you see those men and women in uniform and that serve our country, a simple thank you goes a long way. I truly cannot say thank you enough.
Today's game is sponsored by Southwest. Transparency. Low fares, nothing to hide.
Todd Gurley and the Rams set for their second offensive possession of the game after 3 and out a moment ago. A short punt leading to a Minnesota field goal.
Guys, a lot of wind down here on the field, so none of these catches by these receiving guys are guaranteed.
That one blasted through the back of the end zone again by Blair Wall. So here comes Gurley, and Charles, you brought it up on Friday. This guy reminds you of another pretty good runner.
Yeah, and it's similar, and it's an easy reach because you're talking about the same uniform, Eric Dickerson. And the reason I say that is more size, speed, power combination. I don't think he runs it exactly like Dickerson. Dickerson was so unique. He almost looked like he's running in slippers at times until you ran up on him, and then you realize how much power he had. Gurley has that same power, vision, acceleration, and the excitement he's creating right now for this Rams team, similar to when Eric Dickerson was carrying the ball for them as well.
Gurley's only 21 years old, a native of Tarboro, North Carolina. Fumbled snap. They hand it to Gurley off the right side. His best run in the early part of this game, and it's close to a 10-yard pickup. He didn't play the first 2 weeks. And now look what he's done his first 5 career games. His first 4 starts, he's gone for 125 plus in each one of them.
And how interesting is it that in this game, we're talking about these three principles. Dickerson sets the tone. That's career. Peterson second, Gurley third, and we didn't have to do any manipulation. That's legitimately how it rolled out and aligned for this game.
Tried to loft that one over the defender, did Foles, incomplete. Second down and 10. Many remember, some may not. Gurley last year tore up his ACL in his final season at the University of Georgia, and everybody thought, oh, is this young man going to be able to come back? Well, the Rams were buying, while everyone else may have been selling. They decided to take him in the first round anyway. Didn't play for the first time until week 3. Had 6 rushes, 9 yards against the Steelers, and then got loose the following week in the big upset at Arizona. Nowhere close to the intended receiver, Brian Quick.
Ton of pressure in his face. Looked like Brian Robinson, 96, was in the face of Nick Foles. And on the previous play, Anthony Barr had been in his face and helped create the incompletion. Watch Robinson right here. Watch him as he finishes things off, as he gets past Garrett Reynolds, 71, and forces Foles into an incompletion.
It's another open receiver, though.
Yes.
Pressure comes again. Gurley, that's an outstanding tackle. Made in the open field by Anthony Barr.
And that's one of the things that you'll see. And Tony, you talked about in our meeting last night. Vikings, one of the best open field tackling teams in the league.
Absolutely.
Tony, you think that's vintage Mike Zimmer?
I'll tell you what, he's just an old school coach. He worries about the little things, about tackling, blocking. That's why this team is so good.
Becker, better punt here. Sherrills, who ran one back for a touchdown last week, dropped right where he caught it by Charles Johnson. Well, it's beautiful here this weekend in Minneapolis. The home team out to a 3-0 lead.
Did anybody catch that play?
No.
Okay, we're going to act like we're debating about it. You two do the bouncy football thing. You rub your head like it's a real tough call. No, that looks like you're having a migraine. I'm going to break the huddle confidently.
Mike's on!
First down!
Save big with State Farm.
This is Black Friday.
Oh my God!
Does anybody want to be part of this?
No.
Well, Chevy has a better way with Black Friday deals all month long.
That's a great idea.
What if you could get up to 20% cash back when you bought it? Bam!
20% back? That's awesome.
It's Black Friday. Find your tag and get cash back for 20% of the MSRP on select 2015 vehicles in stock. Or get 0% financing for 72 months on 2015 Silverado light-duty models.
Cool. Time to go shopping.
I hold it down like a Snapchat. Go over your head like a snapback. Uploaded a pic, double tap that. And your flow so old, granddad. Bruh. It's just banter. Yeah. I'm way too much like a black cap. Aye, boss. Why you Snapchatting in the club for? Just dance, man. Like yo fam a lamb, yo fam a lamb. Ain't no girl better than. I ain't got time to be ticked off. But I got a new wristwatch. Bang dang dang dang. Bang dang dang dang. Bang dang 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 dang. Dang dang.
Open hole. Got it. 50. Down to the 44. There's a first and 10.
Burger King created a better way to Buffalo with new Buffalo Chicken Fries. Buffalo Chicken Fries, only at Burger King.
Today's game is sponsored by Bud Light. Make the right call. Drink responsibly.
Tell you what, Charles, you and I had the privilege of starting over on the Big Ten Network together, and man, these schools in the Big Ten, the facilities are just unbelievable.
They do things right.
Man.
To compete with each other, it better be right. Otherwise, those kids are going somewhere else.
It's Williams Arena where they play basketball. There's a first down incompleted pass, and a penalty flag is down. They'll throw it on Janoris Jenkins, who was on the rookie Stephon Diggs.
Not many people have taken very many shots at Janoris Jenkins lately. He's playing at a very high level on the corner.
Defense, number 21. Automatic first down at the spot of the foul.
Jenkins was a Pro Bowl alternate in 2014. See him at the top of your screen. He's working on Diggs. Got his hands on him the entire way. Okay to do it at 5 yards, but when the ball's in the air, he's got to be able to get his hands off and play him.
So it's an 8-yard penalty, naturally an automatic first down. Vikings leading just under 9 minutes to go. 3-0. Pointing at one another.
I think the Vikings are going to be the ones who get the penalty. But they're having a pretty good discussion between officials on this one.
Neutral zone infraction. Defensive right tackle jumped in the neutral zone. Caused the offensive lineman to false start. It's a 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
Heavy pass rushing teams. Tony, guys like to get off the ball. You get this a lot out of them, don't you?
Tell you what, that's the one thing. You can really work the snap count. You know, that hard count can really draw them off, especially when they're trying to get the penetration that both of these teams are trying.
These guys like to get off the ball and get up the field fast. And sometimes you can catch them with hard counts and changing your cadence. Did it again.
It looked like Peterson started early that time. We'll see.
Even he's ready to go.
Maybe the center.
A lot of anticipation for this game.
Offense, number 28.
Yep.
5-yard penalty. It's still first down.
So we've had 3 penalties consecutively here.
A lot of anticipation coming into this game. Both teams wanting to see how they matched up. Tony talked about them being mirror images of each other. James Laurinaitis said that to me in the field in pregame. We're mirror images. The Vikings have been one of the fewest penalized team in the league, but when both teams are amped up, things like that happen early. Let's see if they settle in.
So you went 1st and 10 to 1st and 5, and now 1st and 10 again. And Peterson up to the 35-yard line, a gain of 7. And we say hello for the first time today back in L.A. to Mike Hill. Hiya, Mike.
Hey, guys, you got great running backs in your game. LaShawn McCoy says, don't forget about me, fellas. Shady, doing shady things. 48-yard touchdown run, his longest of the season. Bills also have the safety. They're up 9-0 over the Dolphins in the first time. Charles, back to you.
Well, Mike, that's great news for our son Luke, because he told me today on his fantasy team he was taking LaShawn McCoy.
Nice choice.
So he's jumping up and down right
Well done.
I haven't said McCoy's name much this year. Beat up. There's a throw wide open as Johnson And he's inside the 45, close to the 40-yard line.
I get the sense right now that Norv Turner, the offensive coordinator, is calling this game a little bit in reverse. Not so much everything going to be a first down run with Adrian Peterson, because you're going to get that 8-man front. You're going to get a lot of people in the box. So you go play action, throw the ball in the early downs to try and loosen things up for Peterson to operate a little bit later. And they found Charles Johnson downfield wide open on that first down play.
25-yard game. The ball rests just outside the St. Louis 41-yard line. First and 10 Vikings. And again, they're going to throw it. Dump it off out of the backfield to Adrian Peterson. People forget Peterson is an excellent receiver. They haven't asked him to do a lot of it through the years, but when given the chance, he will catch it if you throw it.
Came into the league with the reputation of someone who didn't catch the ball well and really worked at it. Came into today's game with 223 receptions in his career. Guys who are used to having the ball in their hands, they can develop into good receivers if you give them an opportunity. And so far in this game, seeing Norv Turner, offensive coordinator, he wants Peterson to touch it, but doesn't necessarily always have to be on a running play, especially not on 1st and 10.
2nd and 1. Again, a play fake one way. They misdirection the other way. And that's a big tight end who's healthy again. Golden Domer, Kyle Rudolph. Well, when this guy's healthy, he's one of the best in the NFL, and that's a first down.
Look at what they're facing, all right? Look at all these Rams so close to the line of scrimmage. So instead of just saying, okay, 2nd and short, we hand it to Peterson, you go run fake with him and try and get some open space for your guys, and that's exactly what they did on this play with Kyle Rudolph. Teddy Bridgewater fakes it to the big guy, Adrian Peterson. Everyone goes towards him. He moves out to the opposite side and finds Rudolph wide open in the flat for an easy completion and first down.
Flag again. And this is going to be against Minnesota. They blew it dead. Well, now perhaps this may be against Nick Fairley,
Offside.
number 98.
Defense, number 98, unabated for the quarterback. It's a 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
That's because he was unabated to the quarterback.
So they had to blow it dead so they don't have to get a quarterback knocked out of the game.
Play, yeah.
Yes, not a free run at him, and which turns into a big hit. And you see how they've struggled. They've let everybody score. I mean, everybody scored on each drive, but the big one, though, is that they've held them to just 5 touchdowns. That's the stat that you want most. That's the most important stat to you. Field goals, you're willing to give up in this league. But touchdowns, the Rams, they don't make it easy for you.
They're the best. They're number one in the NFL in red zone defense. Well, they're running this over and over again. Not Rudolph this time. It's Michael Pruitt, the rookie out of Southern Illinois, grew up just outside of St. Louis.
And this is not a major surprise because Norv Turner has pretty much looked at this and said, okay, if you're going to have all these people up there, look at that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right up there in the box, okay. We're going to make sure we're going to loosen you up a little bit. I'm going to find creases and gaps and openings other places before I run my big guy into the teeth of that every single down.
Loaded on the right side of that line, and it's Peterson. He'll dance his way untouched to the end zone. Boy, they've loaded up on that right side. Harris a guard, Clemmings a tackle, Rudolph a tight end. Nobody so much as put a breath on Peterson.
And look at Mike Harris, 79, coming around from the guard position. Look at that lead block, which just escorts Adrian Peterson into the end zone. Fantastic job. Kyle Rudolph as well, 82, sealing the right side that allowed Adrian Peterson to dance in.
What do you think the name of that was? Whole line to the right, Charles?
Remember they used to call it student body right at USC? Right. I think it was student body and the rest of the crowd too.
Point after by Walsh is good. Peterson a big part of that drive and caps it off with the touchdown. 10-0 Minnesota.
This is Black Friday. Oh my God.
Does anybody want to be part of this?
No.
Well, Chevy has a better way with Black Friday deals all month long.
That's a great idea.
What if you could get up to 20% cash back when you bought it? Bam!
20% back? That's awesome.
It's Black Friday. Find your tag and get cash back for 20% of the MSRP on select 2015 vehicles in stock. That's over $4,900 on this Chevy Malibu.
Cool, time to go shopping.
There is a rhythm that beats inside all of us, and it whispers, be bold, be an artist, a titan of business. It says, make music, inspire, be a hero. We all have greatness in us, and with the right tools, there are no limits to where your rhythm will take you. Introducing the ultimate laptop, Surface Book by Microsoft.
With Pizza Hut's $6.99 any deal, I can get a meat lovers and they can get all the fresh vegetables they want. No more compromise.
Bring home the flavor with America's no compromise pizza deal. Get any 2 medium pizzas with any quality toppings, any crust, any specialty, just $6.99 each. Only at Pizza Hut.
I see the sights and scale the heights. Within the hour, day or night, I set me free. Oh Lord, set me free.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine's all new. Tonight on Fox.
Today's game on Fox is sponsored by Chevrolet. Find new roads. By Microsoft Surface, the official tablet of the NFL. And by Pizza Hut. Bring home the flavor. Only at Pizza Hut.
Well, while some of us were in meetings all weekend, Charles and Tony were hanging out over at the Mall of America.
Yeah. Roller coaster.
Tony was looking for a razor apparently, and they weren't selling one over there.
I was a little upset that the Ferris wheel had a weight restriction. We got to work on that deal.
$10-0 Minnesota, and that one again through the back of the end zone, and the Rams will get it at the 20. Peterson off to a good start. Very quiet so far for Gurley and the Rams.
This is iPhone 6s. Not much has changed with the camera, except how you take a photo, find a photo, share a photo. Ooh, Mom's gonna love that one. Your photos themselves have changed too. They move now. And the camera shoots video in 4K. You can even shoot slow-mo in HD. Wait for it. Splash. So yeah, that's what's changed.
This guy from engineering says DirecTV is so advanced that you could put TVs anywhere without looking at cable wires and boxes in every room.
How are they always one step ahead of us?
Well, because their technology is far superior.
Or because they have someone on the inside. Isn't that right, Gil? Sir, I would never.
He's with us.
He's wearing a wire. Take off his shirt. Take off his shirt.
All right. I'm putting you in charge of the holiday party.
Get rid of cable and upgrade to DirecTV. Call 1-800-DirecTV.
There's no one I'd rather share with.
No one I'd rather have dinner and a movie with.
No one I'd rather lean on.
Being in love is an amazing thing. Being in love with your best friend is everything. Introducing the Ever Us 2-stone ring. 1 diamond for your best friend, 1 for your true love. For the one woman in your life who's both. Ever Us. New this holiday at Kay, Jared, and Zales.
Rated mature.
Oregon, Stanford, Saturday at 7 on Fox.
5:24 to play in the opening quarter. The Rams have to get something, anything started outside of a 10-yard run by Gurley. It has been Zippo, not a single one completion in 5 attempts so far for Nick Foles.
I think, though, for the Rams, whatever they do, don't get out of character too much too early. It's only 10. A couple possessions haven't been great. Where they average running the ball. 1.7 yards a carry in the first quarter all year long. But that number goes up as the game goes on. They have to stay with it, press the run. That's their strength. They have Mike Harkey in playing fullback. That tells me they want to stay with the running game.
Gurley slowed down initially as Sendejo came up to slow him down in the backfield. And then a host of defenders here to wrap him up.
You know what the Vikings have? corners that will come up and get active in the run game. Because look at Minnesota. They take care of things very well. Sendejo, a safety, gets involved. There's Barr, 55, a linebacker. Look at Rhodes, 29, up on the line of scrimmage. When everyone's willing to tackle, that allows your defense to be that much better in containing a good running game.
Gurley looking right into the sunshine. Run out of bounds by Chad Greenway, and we went out to Los Angeles with Mike Hill.
All right, the Skins in pass after a Kirk Cousins pick. LeGarrette Blount and the boys capitalized. 5 yards for the score. It's all Patriots in this one so far. 14-0. Tom, Charles, back to you.
Well, that should come as a surprise to no one.
And whatever week the game plan calls for, run week for the Patriots, they'll do it.
3rd down, that's a good throw. First time we've called the name Tavon Austin. #1 pick 3 years ago out of West Virginia and having his best start to a season.
And here he is outside. You're exactly right, Tom. This start for Austin, you can see him growing in confidence each and every week. And there he slipped past Xavier Rhodes' attempted tackle to gain additional yardage for the 1st down. Frank Cignetti, the offensive coordinator, writes a number on his play calling sheet every week. And that number signifies how many touches he has to get Tavon Austin. That's the first one of the day. I think 10 should be the minimum.
Ball start. Offense number 64. 5-yard penalty, still 1st down.
That's Andrew Donnell, who is playing his first NFL game along the offensive line today. 4th-round pick out of the University of Iowa.
And did I notice Tavon Austin in the backfield on that play? So we were talking about touches a moment ago, right? So as a play caller, you're not necessarily just calling plays.
Center. The guard was tapped to the center in the start of the snap. There is no foul. 1st down, clock starts on my ready for play.
All right, let's go to the officials' call first. What Ronald Torbert was telling us is that on silent counts, a lot of times the guards will make sure everyone's set, and then they'll tap the center to tell them it's okay to snap the ball. That's the movement that they called, and they're saying that's not illegal. They're picking up the flag on that play. So that's what Ronald Torbert was trying to let us know. A lot of times in that gun, you'll see them, and then you'll see if one of the guards has the assignment of saying we're good to go, taps the center when they're in gun formation.
So 1st down, and they hand it to Gurley off the right side. Cuts back into the middle, run down by Linval Joseph, the former Giant.
But to complete my thought about touches with Tavon Austin, as a play caller with Frank Cignetti, you're not just calling plays, you're calling people plays. What person can do the most damage on that particular play, make sure he touches the ball. Sometimes you take that guy and put him in different spots. That's why Tavon Austin will be in the slot. He'll be out wide. He'll line up at tailback and carry the ball inside. They'll do a number of things with him, and right now, I believe he's back in the tailback position.
There he is. And Austin will get the carry. And not much there. Tripped up again by Andrew Sendejo. Austin, one of only 6 players in the NFL with 7 or more touchdowns. 4 receiving, 2 rushing, including 1 last week. And has returned a punt for a touchdown.
And the things that he can do to mess up the defense. Let's see now if the Rams decide not to throw the ball on this key 3rd down and still run it.
3rd down and 5. Fake it twice. Looking for that ball down the middle to Kenny Britt. And he caught it. Got tangled up step for step. Down the middle of the field with Terrence Newman. That play was there earlier. They didn't hit it. They hit it now.
It looked familiar, didn't it? Because this is the exact play they ran on the first play of the game. They'll fake it inside to Gurley on a running play. They'll fake it to Austin on the ghost motion behind him. And then Foles launches it downfield. Kenny Britt on a deep post pattern. And he puts it out there perfectly. Look at the concentration by Britt. Because Terrence Newman actually hits him before the ball gets there. Britt's able to stay with it and haul it in for a monster completion.
Nick Foles, guys, right now is having a little problem with his helmet. He has no communications with his sideline, so he's on the sideline right now. St. Louis.
We're going to take a look at that reception by Britt.
When a moment turns romantic, why pause to take a pill?
or stop to find a bathroom. Cialis for daily use is approved to treat both erectile dysfunction and the urinary symptoms of BPH, like needing to go frequently, day or night. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions and medicines and ask if your heart is healthy enough for sex. Do not take Cialis if you take nitrates for chest pain, as it may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Do not drink alcohol in excess. Side effects may include headache, upset stomach, delayed backache, or muscle ache. To avoid long-term injury, get medical help right away for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. If you have any sudden decrease or loss in hearing or vision, or any symptoms of an allergic reaction, stop taking Cialis and get medical help right away. Ask your doctor about Cialis for daily use and the free 30-tablet trial.
Free pizza from Domino's is just a game night, late night, bro time, dance-off, pizza, cake, and a hot date away. You can earn a free pizza after just 6 online orders of $10 or more with Domino's new Piece of the Pie rewards.
It's here. The most advanced iPhone yet. Get the new iPhone 6S at T-Mobile, the network that's doubled its LTE coverage in the past year. Our new extended range LTE signal now reaches twice as far as before and is 4 times better in buildings. Want more? Get our lowest price on iPhone 6S with trade-in. 0 upfront and just $5 a month with Jump on Demand. Get it now at T-Mobile.
I want to talk to you about training.
What are you afraid of?
I'm afraid of taking on the name and losing.
Bring back everything that's ever hurt you. Put it in both fists. You belong here.
Creed, rated PG-13.
Gavitt tip-off games on FS1.
Thought we had a challenge on this reception by Britt. It is clearly a catch. Problem was apparently a communication breakdown in the headset, and the Rams were forced to spend a timeout. So after the 57-yard gain, they hand it to Gurley. Still grinding those feet, pounding away, and very close to the goal line. It stopped apparently outside the 1.
And this has been the issue for the Rams, punching it in themselves inside the 10-yard line. And what a nice start. Gurley and his offensive line continuing to work and gain additional yardage to set up a 2nd and short.
He's fighting for inches down here, guys.
I wouldn't be surprised if they're thinking 4 down already to try and get set a tone. Harkey, the fullback, is in the game as the lead blocker.
Boy, he's alone.
130.
Gurley. Slam, stays on his feet, and into the end zone goes a rookie out of Georgia, and the Rams are on the board. Got the big reception to Britt, and Gurley does arrest.
And he keeps his feet going here, Charles. He gets stuffed there in the beginning.
Tony, was that Barr that met him first, 55?
Yeah, I think it was.
And look at how he bounced off, slid to the side, turned, and found his way into the end zone. Are they going for 2 at this stage?
Looks like they're going for 2.
You know, one thing, during warm-ups, Jeff Fisher, he was really concerned about the win and about kicking that 32-yard extra point. So I wouldn't be surprised if he went for 2 going this way every time.
Well, it looks like that concern has come to fruition, Tony. They're going to go for 2 here instead of kicking it.
Of course, Fisher has never been afraid to roll the dice. And certainly this goes against, the way you normally try and manage a game. They hand it to Gurley, and he is met head-on and stuffed this time. And that is Harrison Smith, a big hitting free safety for Minnesota. Tony, that's right in front of you. That's big league hit.
Huge. Laval, I'll tell you what, everybody was running to the ball. Laval Joseph, I'll tell you what, he stopped any kind of movement that Gurley had forward.
I mean, what a double team. Joseph 98, but the big one was Harrison Smith coming from outside to inside that really helped jolt it. Between the 2 of them, no way was there any momentum going forward after those hits.
All right, so the Rams finally get something going here today. Charles, I want to ask you and Tony both. It really only makes sense, does it not, when you're coming to a game like this, all the talk about Peterson and Gurley, that the defense is going to think you want to give it to those guys every single time. So we're going to go against that grain and start slinging it around a little bit.
Yeah, I think there's definitely an element of that. Look at the first play of the game that the Rams faked it inside to Gurley, faked it to Austin on the reverse motion, and then Foles doesn't take the shot downfield to Britt, but they came back to it, and they got it big later. But I think more than anything, both teams don't want to operate against 7, 8, 9-man fronts. So they've got to find something to get them out of that. Part of that is throwing the ball, screens, and draws.
Cordero Patterson barely crosses the 20-yard line. A little bit of pushing and shoving going on there. There might be some of that college basketball. The Gavitt tip-off games. The Big East against the Big Ten for 4 days. Begins November the 17th. Nebraska against number 11 Villanova only on FS1.
I love that. Paying homage to the man himself, Big Daddy Dave Gavitt, former head coach of Providence, Olympic coach.
Oh, yeah.
The creator of the Big East and the commissioner. You know what he did for me all my years? Every year he would have 2 tickets for me to the Big East tournament for my parents to attend.
Wow.
How about that?
How about that?
What a man. We miss Big Daddy.
First down throw, Bridgewater rolling and dumps it off to Jerick McKinnon out of the backfield for minimal yardage, if any at all.
That's one of those plays, Tony, where Jerick McKinnon might tell Teddy Bridgewater in film, why are you going to throw it to me there? We're standing right next to each other. Why don't you run it if you're going to you take that hit instead of let me get popped like that.
Yeah, with 2 guys sniffing down my back, I can hear him breathing, Teddy. All that comes with experience.
We're going to keep an eye as this game progresses, not attempting that extra point a moment ago. Could be a very big play in this game. Bridgewater. It's a long throw to the far side, and Diggs makes a catch. It'll bring up 3rd down, and that should be the final play of this opening quarter.
We're going to see aggressive corners on both teams all game long. You just said Janoris Jenkins again, 21. He will challenge every pass in his territory.
First quarter, Gurley 20 rushing yards, Peterson 20 rushing yards, each with a touchdown. NFL on Fox is back in a moment.
The Corona can has arrived.
When it comes to the law, one of these brothers doesn't have a clue.
Who do we sue first? The school board or the fat kid in the wig?
None of them?
All of them.
What?
Look out for The Grinder.
I'm looking.
Well, look faster, Todd.
All new Tuesday on Fox and watch anytime on Fox Now.
What's up, Dad? You really not gonna let us sit on your couch?
No, this couch is like a son to me.
Ouch. Well, we can't even see the TV. Back on the tarp. Back on the tarp.
Grandfathered. All new Tuesday on Fox.
Opportunity has no slow season, no off days or downtime. Opportunity is everything you make of it. This winter, take advantage of our season's best offers on the latest generation of Cadillacs. The 2016 Cadillac ATS. Get this low mileage lease from around $269 per month or purchase with 0% APR financing.
This is the fantasy football season that could change it all. DraftKings.com is the one-week fantasy football destination. Compete whenever you want with a new season every week. Try it free. Just pick your sport, pick your players, and pick up another win. Get free entry with promo code TURF in our championship event this Sunday. This isn't fantasy as usual. This is DraftKings. Welcome to the big time. Get to DraftKings.com.
From roughing it in extreme weather.
Here we go, we're doing this.
To chilling in paradise. Sunday Funday is your jubilation destination.
Stop looking at me! I do not want this attention!
With all new episodes of Bob's, The Simpsons, Brooklyn, and Family Guy.
A 3rd down and 3 for Minnesota. Blitz coming. Bridgewater gets it away, and it's incomplete. A flag comes in. So LaMarcus Joyner got tangled up with Mike Wallace.
Pass interference. Defense, number 20. Automatic first down at the spot of the foul.
I love the reaction by the defensive backs after the flag is thrown. Like they really didn't do anything. I tell you what, it's tremendous. Take a look at it right here.
You know how we are, Tony.
Oh, man.
And here's Joyner 20. Look at him driving on that whip route to the outside by Mike Wallace and getting the flag. And there's Greg Williams. And you know something? He's not going to be overly upset with those calls. He loves an aggressive secondary, and he's going to tell them to keep playing aggressively all day long.
Well, he's known for his aggressiveness, Greg Williams. He's got a cool look there, too.
He really does. You know, I was thinking that he seems to be getting younger every year.
Yeah, he looks a little bit like Corella DeVille a little bit with that little thing in the front there. Tell you what.
Did you really just say that?
No, I didn't say what. What did I say?
You said he's from the University of Pittsburgh.
That's right.
And there's James Laurinaitis, 55, and he controls things for Greg Williams as a defensive play caller. He has the authority to change defenses on the fly if the offense shows him something that dictates it. So he tries to do the same checks that a quarterback does, just as a defensive player.
It's a homecoming for Laurinaitis. Grew up here in Minneapolis. And Bridgewater will slide up to the 37-yard line. A 3rd down and 4 upcoming, and we check in with Kurt Menefee.
You've got a good game in Minnesota and a good matchup going on in Carolina. Green Bay and the unbeaten Panthers. Cam Newton 1-yard dive for the score. Panthers up by a field goal in the second quarter. Tom, Charles, and Tony.
Really excited about seeing those Panthers in person next weekend, Charles.
Listen, for a team that has a dearth of weapons on offense, they find ways to make it happen. And the main feature is that guy wearing #1 who just saluted the troops.
You are not lying about that. Look at this, taking that shot that Mike Zimmer talked about. Just slightly overthrows Jarius Wright.
And the biggest part about it is it's okay to take the shots, but eventually they have to be hit. Because there's the Marcus Joyner going to play tight.
Well, he got away with it.
He got away grabbing him along the way. And that's part of that aggressiveness. If you do it long enough, eventually the officials quit calling things, and you get away with more.
He really got away with one there. Tavon Austin. 2 of the most dangerous punt returners in all of football on display here today. 10-6, Minnesota in front. A little over 13 minutes to play until halftime.
This is the Ford F-150, the only pickup with a high-strength military-grade aluminum alloy body bolted to a high-strength steel frame. It's also a wake-up call for every full-size pickup in its class. No body rust, most towing, best payload, highest gas mileage. Yeah, it's a whole new day. Because in the truck game, it's either the aluminum age or the stone age. Cock-a-doodle-doo, pal. This is the Ford F-150, and every other truck is history.
Sucks. Being a rookie sucks more with Jolly Rancher.
Dance, girly man! Dance!
I'm a little teapot short.
Keep on sucking.
You probably can't work out like an NFL player, but now you can eat like one.
Get our Claire's Choice pizzas, the new sriracha meats, the barbecue chicken and bacon, or the loaded works, just $12 each.
Better ingredients, better pizza,
better football.
At the new papajohns.com.
An all-new Ultimate Fighter, Wednesday at 10, only on FS1.
Today's game is sponsored by the Ford F-150. Every other truck is history. By Papa John's, the official pizza sponsor of the NFL. And by DirecTV. Don't just watch TV, DirecTV.
Guys, huge advantage right now for the Rams with the wind at their back. You could see how it affected the punts early in the game for them when they were facing the opposite direction in the first quarter. The flags are blowing really hard here, and it's right in the face of Minnesota. And I think right now the Rams have to take advantage of that with the wind to their back.
Nick Foles started the game 0 for 4. He's 4 for his last 4, including the big long ball to Britt. Getting a break is Gurley, and Trey Mason, who led the Rams as a rookie in rushing yards last year, with the first down carry, a gain of a yard. Jeff Fisher told us yesterday, he said, look, last week was a perfect world at the running back position. Gurley, 20 attempts. Mason, 15 attempts.
Perfect in this day and age, especially when you're getting the type of yardage Gurley's picking up. And a guy coming off of an ACL injury 51 weeks ago. Get him some breaks.
Good as he throws. And making the reception is Kenny Britt. That ball was underthrown after the big hit by Harrison Smith.
Harrison Smith on the blitz, but look at the ball skills, and you hear that term a lot from about receivers being able to find the football, and Britt finds it, and Terrence Newman doesn't until it's too late. People like that underthrown ball and allow the acrobatic receivers, the athletic receivers, to make plays before the defensive backs can react. And that's exactly what Britt did.
Nick Foles got a big hit on that last play, too.
And he's also got headset problems again. They may have to use their second timeout. Play clock down to 1. And they just do get it off just in time. Screen read beautifully. Doesn't get any better than that than a 10-year veteran, Chad Greenway.
You're not going to fake him out on any screen. He's going to sniff him out. He knows exactly where he's looking. He knows where he's susceptible. And watch his eyes.
And this is his type of game, too, guys, because Chad Greenway's role has been reduced. Okay, as you see there, Foles gets it off just before Tom Johnson gets to him. But Chad Greenway's not on the field nearly as much as he was in his All-Pro days. But today, and against a heavy run team, he's going to play a lot.
130th career start today for Greenway. Short gain by Mason, wrapped up by Joseph. It'll bring up 3rd down and long. And we brought up earlier, the Rams on 3rd down this season have converted an NFL worst 25% of the time. They're 2 out of 4 so far today. Blitz coming. Foles gets it away. Trying to thread it into the hands of Jared Cook, and it's batted away incomplete. Captain Munnerlyn on the cover.
They ran the pressure at Foles. He's still able to find a receiver. And who he tries to go to is Jared Cook, but Captain Munnerlyn, who's moved from an outside corner to primarily the nickel corner on the inside, makes an outstanding play going over the top.
So it'll be a 61-yard field goal try. Tony talked about that win.
Big win that is back right now.
And we know that Zuerlein has more than enough leg to get it there. There it comes off his foot, and it is good. 61 yards by Zuerlein. How about that? This might have made it from 71.
McDonald's and the NFL are teaming up like never before. Your NFL loyalties will be tested. We're giving away tickets to the Super Bowl, millions of instant win prizes, and $500,000 guaranteed every week.
Go Pack, go.
How about them Cowboys?
Here's to you, partner.
Hey, Coach.
Text in your code, and if we announce your team, you're automatically a winner. You could even win $500,000. It's time to play Game Time Gold. Who's your team?
As a Ford employee, I get to give my friends a special deal on cars, trucks, and SUVs.
It's friends and neighbors pricing, and for a limited time, we're letting everyone in on this deal.
That doesn't happen every day.
And you can see the low price at Ford.com.
There it is.
And that's the low price you'll pay.
It's that easy.
You don't have to negotiate. It's hassle-free.
It's an inside deal.
Now for everyone. With Ford Friends and Neighbors pricing, get an F-150 for $9,638 below MSRP. That's over 19%. It's an inside deal. Now for everyone.
Did you know Intel processors brought personal computers to the home?
Totally.
And then Intel made them more efficient so that you could fit all this into a laptop. Tight. Real tight. And then they helped bring Wi-Fi to everybody.
Whatever that is. Come on.
And now, Intel's best processor ever is here, which helps PCs do things you never thought possible.
Like time travel?
Hey, these pants are timeless.
Introducing Intel's new 6th generation core processor. It's our best processor ever.
We love sports.
Jack, what up?
And sports loves us.
I love you. I love kiss the baby.
Have you heard the good news? TMZ Sports is now on FS1. TMZ Sports, weekdays at midnight, except for Wednesdays at 12:30. Now on FS1.
It's the 7th longest field goal in the history of the National Football League. And that's not an exaggeration to say it would have been good from 71.
Yeah, and no altitude. You know, you often talk about if you're going to set records, you want to kick them in Denver, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Not today. And if I'm not mistaken, that's his career long, correct?
Oh, yeah.
He came into today's career long, had been 60. And he bettered that by 1, and you're right. 71 was definitely not out of reach.
Well, he has a wind at his back. Same direction on this kickoff. And naturally, he bounces one. It's going to be returned. Patterson will take a knee.
And that was the 61-yarder. But this is how he warms up in pregame. And if you're a Rams fan and you don't understand what he's doing, you're just going to be nervous because none of these are going through the post. The reason? He's aiming for an upright. He's trying to hit an upright. You know what that comes under the heading of, guys? Aim small, miss small. So what he's trying to do is aim for the smallest possible target to sharpen up things for him later on, as opposed to you aim big. A lot of times you miss big. Greg Zuerlein hasn't missed today.
Big gainer for Adrian Peterson on first down, and that's up to the 32-yard line. Neither one of these talented running backs has gotten loose today.
No, but what we're seeing is the start of it, I think, for both of them, because we've seen both of them try to do things a little bit out of, I wouldn't say out of character, but trying to loosen things up. Draws, screens, throw the ball early and down in distance to try and get things loosened up to hand it to their big guys.
Right back in his hands, and why not? Gain of 2 on first down. That is only the 10th time in the history of the National Football League that a field goal has traveled 60 or more yards in a regular season game.
Think about most of the history of the NFL back when we were wee lads, right? The ball just came back out to the 20. But then when they started changing things, saying, okay, it comes back to where you kicked it from the line of scrimmage, people got less and less aggressive about the longer field goal.
Peterson again crossing the 35. It'll bring up 3rd down and 6. Minnesota scored the game's first 10. The Rams come back with 9 unanswered. And we're under 9:40 to play until halftime.
And one thing for us to all to keep in mind as we see these guys run the football, some of these 2 or 3 yard runs we're seeing now, those are the ones that turn into 20-yard runs later. And that's what they're looking for.
Brandon Fusco, the starting left guard, shaken up on the play. And I think the official was actually the one who made the determination that Fusco needed to come out of the game, although nobody directly looking at him right now.
I wonder if that was an equipment issue to send him off.
Third down, Bridgewater throws. Incomplete. With an eye on Mike Wallace. Wallace last week without a single reception. First time he's done that in his career since that last game in Miami last year where he was benched in the second half.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons that he's not in Miami anymore. And he has the route and he's open. Bridgewater unable to hit him, but you know why? It's the pressure Greg Williams brought. James Laurinaitis was right in the face of Teddy Bridgewater, had to get rid of it a beat too early and unable to do it accurately.
Low line drive punt this time, kicking into that win. And Austin shot down by Trey Waynes, their #1 pick.
Sunday morning, I'm like a kid at Christmas.
How is that not a touchdown?
I like the variety of the league. It's really easy to use.
Choose a one-week league, pick your team, and get your cash winnings after Monday night.
Live scoring on FanDuel is awesome.
It's good to see just my score rise and rise and rise.
Millions of people have already won money on FanDuel. It can really pay to be a fan. Try FanDuel today. We'll match your first deposit up to $200. Go to FanDuel.com and enter promo code CATCH.
Steve's not elfing around. He's talking to this tech-savvy blue shirt at Best Buy and getting great gift advice. Because when you give tech, people won't just love it, they'll love you. Win the holidays at Best Buy.
Open hole, got it, 50. Down to the 44, there's a first and 10 pass.
Burger King created a better way to Buffalo with new Buffalo Chicken Fries. Buffalo Chicken Fries, only at Burger King.
Justice. I owe my daughter that. He can quit his job. He can change his name. He can dump his car. I will find him.
Secret in Their Eyes, rated PG-13.
Rated M for mature.
Play map packs 30 days early, only on PlayStation.
PlayStation.
Today's game is sponsored by FanDuel, the leader in one-week fantasy football.
Tony Siragusa brought it up earlier, this wind. They had it officially listed outside the stadium at 20 miles per hour before game time. It has picked up significantly since then. Then you bring in the dimensions of the stadium, swirling winds. 61-yard field goal by Zerline. Tavon Austin, as the Rams get the football trailing 10-9, lines up in the backfield. And they give it to him. And that did not fool the Minnesota defense. We have called that name aplenty. Linval Joseph, 3 years as a starter with the New York Giants, his second year in Minnesota.
He's playing at a Pro Bowl level. I just go ahead and say it. This isn't just hyperbole either. Tony, he's taking on double teams, single blocks, whatever, and he's eating them up. And he's not just taking them on, he's making plays.
He's controlling the middle of the field.
Joseph had a monster game in the win over Chicago just last week. First time we've called the name Stedman Bailey.
Got a flag,
guys, and a flag comes in over on the sideline.
Personal foul, grabbing the face mask. Defense number 24. 15-yard penalty added to the end of the run. Automatic first down.
That's a big call right there.
Yeah, they'd made a nice play and we're bringing up a big 3rd and long. And you see right here, number 24, Captain Munnerlyn, making the tackle. There's a straight arm from here, but there's the grab of the mask. So it really was a straight arm from Bailey into the chest of Munnerlyn, and Munnerlyn's hand came up trying to make the tackle and got the mask. And instead of 3rd and long, the Rams pick up a first down.
Yep, tack on 15, ball moves out to the 43-yard line. Gurley back in that I formation, Harkey in front of him. I tell you, they are doing an excellent job, or the Vikings defensively on Gurley. So far, 7 carries and now 22 yards. But if you're a Rams fan, we're not telling you anything you don't know. In 4 games as a starter, slow in the first quarter, and then things continue to ramp up. Gurley leads all NFL rushers in 4th quarter yards per carry.
I know we're only in the 2nd quarter, but the 2nd quarter is terrific. 7.2 yards per carry.
Gurley looking for a hold, dives across midfield. Maybe a yard or 2 short of a first down, and we check in with Curtin Menefee.
Well, the Titans fired Ken Wisenhunt this week, but they did get Marcus Mariota back from a knee injury.
He gets a little help and a little luck from the Saints here. Delaney Walker, and a good block downfield. 61-yard score, one of 2 touchdowns to Walker so far, is 21-17 and another high-scoring game in the Dome. Tom, Charles, and Goose.
Another big one going on down there. How about this third down time?
Fake it to Gurley. Put it in the hands of Tavon Austin. And I tell you, it's going to be very close. That is a great open field tackle made by Anthony Barr.
I think he's a little bit short here, but don't be surprised at all if the Rams decide to go for it if they get it. But I love your description here. Watch Barr, 55, come from inside out. An outside linebacker who's built like a defensive end and can run and came from inside out to make the tackle that forces a measurement. See Jeff Fisher right now, he's probably up top with Frank Signetti talking about what the potential call is if they do decide to go for it on 4th down.
Well,
what
we initially had Hecker, the punter, coming out. Heck, they just made a 61-yard field goal a moment ago. It wouldn't be all that much longer here if you wanted to do it with the wind at your back. Or do you just go for it if you're short?
See, I think in a game like this, a chance to continue to go and get a touchdown in a tightly contested game is something I would consider very, very forcefully if I'm Jeff Fisher and the Rams, especially the way they run the football.
They're going for it.
Yeah, with the wind, though, I'm really surprised that he is going for it, because you could really go and bury the Vikings into their own area and really force them to do whatever they need to get out of there. I mean, with the wind, the way it's affecting the punch, you could completely change the field position.
I think that's a great point, Tony. I think he might be looking at it from the point of view of, since we do have the wind, we better use it to our best advantage on offense. I think your point is well taken, though. You punt it down there, use your defense, but it looks like he's going to try and go ahead and get it.
St. Louis 1 of 4 on 4th down attempts this year. 4th down and less than a foot.
I'd sneak it.
Yeah. Which they do. And it looks like Foles got it. Didn't need much.
No, it's 6'6", 243. If my guy can't get a little knee bend and a little push forward. And Nick Foles is a very underrated athlete. Coming out of high school, he was one of the top basketball players in his area and had numerous Division I scholarship offers to play hoops. In fact, if you are in the St. Louis Rams camp and Nick Foles says, let's go shoot around a little bit, leave your wallet in your locker, because he's going to take your money.
First down, fake it to Gurley. Good protection. Now Foles in a little bit of trouble, dumps it off to Gurley. And that's a gain of 11 on first down to the 35-yard line. Under 6 minutes to go until halftime.
I love what Nick Foles just did on this play. He came off of his primary guy deep and came back to Todd Gurley because he wanted something deep on the throwback. See how he pulls it down and then takes his eyes to Todd Gurley and throws the pass. But what he wanted downfield was Brian Quick, number 83. Didn't feel he had it because Harrison Smith was back there to deter him.
Didn't look like Gurley was out of bounds, but I think his hair was out of bounds. That's part of his uniform.
That counts.
That counts, exactly.
Foles has hit on 9 of his last 10. And this time they're going to lay it off to Austin. Lots of green in front of him. And he's to the 25-yard line, close to another first down. Appears to have it. It is a first down. They spot him at the 23.
If you watched our pregame show, our colleague Colin Coward did his magic act, didn't he? And he was talking about the different things, and he did this mystical thing. We're seeing some of that magic act in how the Rams are running offense, aren't we? Because they're using 11, Tavon Austin, 30, Todd Gurley as the illusion. Because that's where the focus is going to be, the 2 primary playmakers. Fake things with them, show them all the time, get it to other people to help make plays as well.
Gurley this time off the left side and not much there. By the way, that last carry, and that's what it was officially, a carry for Tavon Austin on that 12-yard pickup.
Good call on that one, because that forces officials to hustle, doesn't it? You got to get in position to show that it's a lateral, not a forward pass. And you're looking at the ball control stat here. Time of possession virtually even. St. Louis running a few more plays at this point, taking care of the football on this drive.
And the Rams are second to last in the NFL in time of possession this year, so this is a vast improvement from where they have been so far this season. Gurley met by Greenway down to the 17-yard line, and a third down upcoming.
And I would dare say that the longer that number 30 Todd Gurley plays, the better their time of possession is going to be, right? The more he gets integrated into the offense, the more he's the primary guy, they should control the ball better, and they have to convert more on third down.
.340 to go until halftime. They split Gurley to the very top of your screen to the far left of this formation. So empty backfield on third down. Foles steps up, and in the hands, knocked out of the hands of Jared Cook by Andrew Sendejo, and out comes Zerline.
And that's nice coverage by Sendejo, number 34. Okay, so he's going to be here in coverage. Does not retreat much, which is really well done by the defensive back, understanding that you don't have much real estate behind you. So you play everything in front, broke on the football, broke it up.
35-yard attempt by Zerline out of the hold of Heckard. And it is good. So for the first time today, the Rams lead. Fell behind 10-0, and now they lead by 2.
Without the right tools, a 5-minute job can turn into a 5-hour job. So when it comes to your tools, choose wisely, Grasshopper. Case in point, Ford Transit. With 3 roof heights and 3 body lengths to choose from, Transit has the most configurations of any full-size van. So it's the right tool no matter what your job is. This is Ford Transit.
During Ford commercial van season, get a Ford Transit with friends and neighbors pricing for a value of $4,600 plus an additional $500 in commercial cash and up to $1,000 in upfit assistance.
Hey Siri, read me my unread emails.
Prince Asif sent you an email about life-changing opportunity, if you please. It says, I have a once-in-a-lifetime investment opportunity for the making of many of millions of currency. Would you like to reply?
Yeah.
Okay, what would you like the email to say?
Sign me up.
Okay, Bill, here's your email message to Prince Asif.
Thank you, Barry.
An Eagle on the back 9. A new sports car in your garage. Making a wise investment. All good reasons for a steak dinner.
Taco Bell's new Boss Wraps. A double portion of steak loaded up and grilled to go. It's a whole new take on steak.
At this moment, all of my past accomplishments mean nothing. Better starts now.
Citizen, Echo Drive. Powered by light. Any light. Never needs a battery. Citizen.
Dannon Oikos 000 is my go-to protein snack.
Protein from yogurt?
Yep, this Greek non-fat yogurt packs 15 grams of protein punch.
But what else?
It has 0 added sugar, 0 artificial sweeteners, and 0 fat. Dannon Oikos 000.
Dannon.
It's hilarious. The Last Man on Earth. All new tonight on Fox.
Well, the talk all week long. Adrian Peterson, Todd Gurley getting together today. Now we have a lot of football left to go.
And these guys get big yardage through attrition. Simba on your left, Todd Gurley. Mufasa on your right, Adrian Peterson. And both of them get more powerful as the game goes on. Tony, you know those runners, they like rhythm. They like carries. And they lather up and produce as things move on.
Yeah, because you get a feel of the game. You can start reading what they're trying to do defensively. You know where your offensive line, where the alignments are. You know, if a tackle's a little bit wider, you can go and set him up for your offensive lineman. So a lot of those factors happen in that first quarter. That's why we see guys like these two get better as the game goes on.
I don't know the last time I was part of an NFL telecast where we had Simba, Mufasa, and Corella DeVille.
It's a new world out there, Tom.
You're not going to leave on us, are you?
No, I'm watching my career dissolve before my very eyes, but it is what it is.
And how about the guys we're talking about today? That's Adrian Peterson, his first touchdown run of the day. And Todd Gurley, how about him powering through a big hit from Anthony Barr to begin with? and finds his way into the end zone. Powerfully built young men who know how to get through the line of scrimmage.
So McLeod's going to hold it. That win is a big-time factor. And we'll see as we move into the second half if it's a game-changing factor. Up to the 20 is Patterson, and we check in with Mike Hill back in Los Angeles.
Raiders and Steelers. Raiders got this rookie named Amari Cooper. He's pretty good, but maybe the Steelers forgot about him. He's wide open, gives his team a 14-11 lead. Could be the rookie of the year, but of course you guys have a guy who might have something to say about that. Simba, Mufasa, back to you.
See, it's trending right now, Tom. You see how that stuff works?
You know.
See, that's Rafiki sending it back to us. So we're all set there.
Wow.
Thank you, Mike.
He's not going to like that.
Oh, come on. Rafiki was the wise man. He's the guy who had all the knowledge.
Peterson in the backfield. They give it to him on first down. And across the 30. And across the 35 is Adrian Peterson.
This is why you never give up on the run game, right? Attrition. Watch how things break here. As you see the snap, you'll see everybody just kind of get into the middle, and he finds the one crease, and then his eyes find the cutback. And look at the move he puts there on Mark Barron, who's played so well in recent weeks with his move to linebacker. But what a nice gap he had initially, and then excellent vision to take him away from the tackler.
Peterson again. And not much running room this time on first down. Peterson grew up in Palestine, Texas, 30 years old. Had his third 100-yard rushing game of this season last week in Chicago. 45th of his career. And he believes he has another 8, 9, 10 years left in him.
Yeah, he was talking about 40 years old.
40 years old.
And then he backed it down. He said, well, maybe 37, 38, which would be amazing. Marcus Allen went to 37, I believe.
Second down and 8. Bridgewater had a wide open receiver and hurried the throw. And I mean wide open was Mike Wallace.
And he had wide open running room as well, Tom. He had two options on this play. One, go ahead and keep running the football. Watch Teddy Bridgewater, nice in the pocket. Eyes downfield, watch him climb the pocket and exit. So he's got an option to either run it to the right and continue outside for yardage, or as Tom pointed out, a wide open receiver inside, and he really missed the throw.
Third down and 8. This play will take us to the 2-minute warning. Five-man rush. Bridgewater finds Wallace. And a really nice tackle made by Rodney McLeod. So the Rams going to get the ball back. We reach a 2-minute warning.
On November 25th,
Eagle,
the legend
full charge,
is reborn.
It's alive.
Do you realize how significant this is?
Oh, I have an inkling.
Be careful, Mr. Frankenstein. You toy with wrathful forces.
I cannot argue with that.
Victor Frankenstein.
Questions? Well, you're welcome.
Rated PG-13.
And now, Turn It Up, celebrating this week's most powerful speeches. Brought to you by Bose, official headset of the NFL and proud supporter of the U.S. military.
Do our job, make plays. They don't come in our house and take nothing. We the smartest, fastest, and most physical. Y'all boys ready? Y'all boys ready? Family on 3. 1, 2, 3.
From the front line to the sidelines, you'll find Bose, official sound of the NFL.
As a Ford employee, I get to give my friends a special deal on cars, trucks, and SUVs.
It's friends and neighbors pricing, and for a limited time, we're letting everyone in on this deal.
That doesn't happen every day.
And you can see the low price at Ford.com.
There it is.
And that's the low price you'll pay.
It's that easy.
You don't have to negotiate. It's hassle-free. It's an inside deal.
Now for everyone.
With Ford Friends and Neighbors pricing, get an F-150 for $9,638 below MSRP. That's over 19%. It's an inside deal. Now for everyone.
Don't just watch the game.
Open up a can of football with a crisp, refreshing Bud Light.
The Cardinals have the ball. It's a fumble.
Imagine being right in the thick of that action.
What you doing, Larry?
I'm just buying a gift for my nephew.
Aww.
Yeah, and as a Visa checkout user, I can get an extra $20 off at bestbuy.com.
Sweet.
Kurt Warner, what are you doing here? You're retired.
I miss this part. Being with the guys, shopping together, you know.
I know.
Visa checkout users can get $20 off at bestbuy.com.
Visa, everywhere you want to be.
You can get apps, video, and more at itunes.com/NFL. Well, in honor of Veterans Day, for every point scored during the NFL's 32 Salute to Service games, the league will donate $1,000 to its nonprofit partners, the Pat Tillman Foundation, USO, and the Wounded Warrior Project. To join the salute and learn more, visit ml.com/salute. Off the foot of Jeff Locke. Good punt this time by Locke into that stiff wind. It's down to the 15-yard line. Give you an idea, as Foles and the Rams will come out with 1:45 to play and 2 timeouts remaining until halftime. From 60 yards or longer, there have only been 15 field goals made in the history of the NFL. Greg Zuerlein now has done it twice. The only other player in the history of the game to do it twice, besides Zuerlein, is Oakland kicker Sebastian Janikowski.
That's impressive company, because I would have thought Jason Elam might be in there. You know?
Oh yeah.
He had one, right? That was in Denver, I would presume.
The longest field goal in the history of the NFL is Matt Prater. First down, it is Tavon Austin picking up 13, and they'll move the chains. And that was kicking for Denver at home against Tennessee back in December of 2013, a 64-yarder.
I don't care if you have altitude or not. That's a big shot.
Huge, huge.
But how about the way the Rams are running offense, guys? Everything has to do with number 30 and number 11 and what you can do playing off of those two.
1:39 to play until halftime. Gurley just been bottled up all day today.
I think that defense in front of Minnesota is doing a very nice job with the offensive line of St. Louis. What do you think, Tony?
Excellent job. They're keeping their shoulders square. They're moving down the line of scrimmage. They're staying up on their field. And then the linebackers, everybody's running to the ball. It's a team effort there on the defensive side for Minnesota.
Well, now the Vikings are the one that are going to spend a timeout, maybe hoping to get the ball back one more time. How about a Kurt Menefee?
So in history, servicemen and women from the U.S. Army Reserve will join us with Veterans Day just a few days away. We've also got highlights from the early games, and you know it's always fun whenever Terry Steelers take on Howie's Raiders.
And for the first time in a long time, thanks to all of you, I feel completely safe. Thank you.
Army strong! Back to you.
You are safe indeed. Surrounding with anybody in the United States of America military.
Yes. Definitely safe.
Second down. And here comes Tavon Austin again. And puts a move, breaks a tackle. And all the way to midfield is Austin.
I think as much as we're seeing with misdirection and different things, it's really basic, guys. Either 30's going to touch it, 11's going to touch it, or they're going to fake it to him and go to someone else. That's how much attention those two are drawing. Austin and Gurley, they're everything for the St. Louis Rams. So when you fake it to them, the defense has to respect it. Other people, this is your chance to step up and fill the breach. This is your chance to make plays, because those guys are going to get all the light.
It's a season-long 22-yard gain as a runner for Tavon Austin. And he has 48 now rushing yards on just 5 attempts. And it's not like his first time they've given it to him. He had 17 carries on the year coming into the game today.
And I think one of the reasons that the Rams eventually traded up for him in the first round, and really that was precedent setting, because you don't trade up for Smurfs, okay? But they did it because remember that game at West Virginia and Oklahoma, we ran for 300 yards from the tailback slot? That showed them all the extra extra possibilities that existed with Tavon Austin.
The Rams burn a timeout. 1 left. Fake it both ways and wide open down the middle of the field. Lance Kendricks, 5th-year tight end out of Wisconsin. And he's to the 30-yard line. Under a minute to go by the time they snap it.
I mean, Nick Foles is going to have a magician's name before the day's over with all these different fakes for these guys. All the illusion that's being created by this offense. But right now, Frank Cignetti is on to something as a coordinator. And just as you described, Tom, and here's Kendricks lining up at tight end. What did we just say? If you're someone else on this offense with all the attention with Gurley and Austin, your opportunities are going to be there. Will you capitalize? Well, Lance Kendricks was wide open on that play.
The 20-yard reception by Kendricks. The hero in week 1, the stunner in overtime against Seattle. And now looking for the end zone. And nearly intercepted. That's outstanding coverage by Xavier Rhodes.
This is an example of not panicking as a cover guy. Right at the top, watch Rhodes, because it's coming right at him. And he's going to get his back to the quarterback. And then he gets his head back around to find the football. See how he pins the receiver Britt to the sideline so he knows exactly where he is, gets his head around, finds the football, and breaks up the pass.
47 seconds remain, an important 3rd down and 10. That's Marquez, and again, that is just an excellent open field tackle by the 10-year veteran out of Iowa, Chad Greenway. Clock continuing to run, and they'll let it probably get down to about 5 seconds. That's a spread game clock and play clock, maybe 4 seconds before the Rams will burn their final timeout.
Not quite in the red zone, but this is exactly what you would want if you're Minnesota. If you give up anything, it's a field goal attempt. Inside of 2 minutes and playing their 2-minute defense.
There's a timeout by Jeff Fisher. 3 seconds to play until halftime. We'll take a quick break. Zerline will try and add to the Rams lead.
From roughing it in extreme weather.
Here we go, we're doing this.
To chilling in paradise. Sunday Funday is your jubilation destination.
Stop looking at me. I